Hey guys, I hope you're all doing really well today. So this is going to be my tier list on the engaged characters, based mainly upon how they are as a character, as well as their design and just like how I enjoyed them in the game. Not too much based on how good they are as a unit, because that doesn't matter too much to me in terms of how much I like a character. Though I would like to do a kind of unit rating tier list in the future too. So I'll kick right off with Alear. Obviously the personality of both Alears is basically the same, however the voice acting does impact it. I haven't really seen as much of male alear because I did my run through as female alear. So I did like alear, I thought they were a good protagonist. Not as interesting as some of the other characters, I don't feel. However, I do like alear, and I think that the voice acting was pretty good, and she made some decent decisions as a protagonist and was pretty fun in most of her supports and quite reasonable. So I think A is fine. And female Alear's design did grow on me a lot. Especially, you know, the brightness of the hair and blah, blah, blah. And I won't go into too many spoilers, but I think it's, I will, chat a little bit about spoilers in this. The stuff that happens at the end of the game made me like Alear more. And explaining their character and kind of the stuff they had to go through, I thought that was really good. So yeah, Alear in A, and the design grew on me loads, and of course I love the ponytail. So I'll put male Alear in B, because I just prefer female Alear's design and the voice acting. However, take them as basically even, because there's not that much difference between them, obviously, is there? Vander is hard, because he disappointed me loads in the run, because he was just not a very good unit. However, I liked him a lot as a character. And I liked what he said, and I thought he was quite fun, but also like stern, and he was just enjoyable to the story. So I think I can put Vander in A, high A, maybe just above Alear. Actually, no, I'll put him below Alear. That is how I feel. I think as a character, he is quite well done. I like his design; it's pretty cool. But yeah, I enjoyed him a lot, and yeah, his supports were actually pretty enjoyable. And now Clan. So I think he is quite sweet and actually very considerate people, and sometimes actually really honest and understanding. So he's quite a sweet and a nice character. However, him going on about pickles in half his supports, maybe more than half, I found quite annoying, and I didn't really use him much in my run. But I do like his design, and he's quite sweet, so I guess I'll put him in low B, I think. I think that's fair for him. I think Fram is slightly more fun, but she can also be like a bit too loud, and her supports with Alear were like, excuse me, so maybe a little over the top. So I think I'll put her just above her brother, as I slightly prefer her design to. Actually, no, they've got very equal design. Yeah, I think that's fair for her. Alfred. I think there for now. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see as many of his supports as I would have liked. Actually, no, sorry. I'll put him there. He's a right laugh. He's really nice. His support with Yunaka, I loved it, and a few of his other sports that I saw were pretty funny. He's like really dorky, but also very sweet, and yeah, he was pretty funny. So I'll give him that, and he's pretty brave and everything as well. And actually, you know what? Maybe I'll put him higher. I think we have to do what's right here and actually do this. I'm sorry. I do like them both. Still think they're good characters, but I think we need proper separation. Yeah? This is how it is for now. Okay, yeah. Bouchon. He grew on me a bit as the game went on. It's hard because like I liked him a lot at times, but then also the constant like going on about crying and stuff was a bit annoying. But he's actually really nice. Wait, am I really putting male Alear tier? No, that's just silly. I watched a few of his supports and I enjoyed him. So I think he'll go in C for now. Etier I thought was really fun, and I liked most of her supports. He was like blunt but also sweet, and Again, she made me laugh a few times as well. And her support with Yunaka jokes. Her support with Clan was quite nice. She was really nice in that. And her one with Alfred was pretty funny. Yeah, I do like her. And her design is great. I love the tiara and everything. And I like her hair too. So I'll put Etier in there. I know I said that I was annoyed by Clan for the pickles stuff, and I'm going to put Saline in S, even though she has T in way too many of her supports, which is a major downside. But she'd probably be an SS if it wasn't for the absolutely ridiculous amount of T conversations. But she's really intelligent and like forward, as well as being very dignified and resolved and everything, and she's just like, she knows when she needs to fight, but also knows when she needs to be very peaceful and everything, and she's searching for peace but is also willing to kind of go to war and punish people who are doing the wrong thing and when it needs to be done. So it's kind of like if Celica had learned from her mistakes, and as most of you will know, I love Celica, so I think Saline's pretty great. Less about T and I would move her up, but I do like her design. The dress is a bit, the dress being a bit too big and looking ridiculous sometimes on the battlefield especially, and too much T deprives her of SS. I think Louis would go here. I like his supports a lot from the ones I saw. Again, I would like to do a tier list maybe, in a few months when I've seen every support in the game. But I made sure to watch quite a few of them, but not every support in the game yet. And once I've experienced the characters a bit more. But yeah, Louis was pretty fun. He was like, I do like kind of very knightly, honourable characters, and he was always trying to do stuff for other people and being very respectful. But he was a bit of a joker sometimes as well. He made me laugh a few times. So yeah. I do like Louis quite a lot, so I think that is fair, and obviously he's a great unit, but, that's not really auto-ranking this on. Chloe's one of the biggest disappointments for me. I'll put her here. I don't think there's any complaints you can have about her design. I think it's great. But she just always talks about food. It's all her critical quotes. It's like most of her... I know she talks about stories and whatnot a little bit, but I feel like it was too much, maybe, and it kind of takes away from some of her personality. She seemed a bit too one-dimensional. Thing is, I haven't seen all the supports, so maybe she has some great ones, and I will eat my words. Haha, get it? But for now, I think I have to put her there because, again, her design is like an S, but her personality moves her down to B, which is the most important thing here, and yeah. But I didn't use her throughout my whole run, so I haven't seen enough of her, so maybe she'd grow on me a lot. This is without question SS. It's the boy. He's just righteous and strong and just always... Again, when I was playing on the live stream and everything, every time I was like, he always says the right thing. He just says the right thing. I'm like, yeah, I agree with you every time he says something. He's always being considerate of others, but also like being honest and just like, he just gets me pumped up for battles. His crit quotes are awesome. His design is 10 out of 10. He's a badass. He looks cool as hell. He's cool in battle. He's got amazing animations. He's very humble. He loves his brother and his father. He's very kind to them. He's just, it's the boy. There's not much more else to say. I mean, what more can be said? It's the boy. He's great. Amber I didn't see enough of. I think he's really fun, so I'm gonna put him in A. I haven't seen enough. I think it's unfair to put me in A because I don't know enough about him. So I'll put him there at the top of B because I think he's a really fun character, and he seems like really sweet as well. And yeah, from what I've seen, the few supports I've seen, I do like him. But I think for him especially, more than most others, I need to see more. But that's just me personally. Jade, I think her design is kind of boring. I'll happily admit that. It is a bit boring. I think I think I'd put her just at the top of A because I like her kind of personality a lot, and I've seen her support with Bonet, and it really made me laugh how like he just goes to like lick her armor and she's just like, stop it now. She's just like so bluntly, and yeah. And she's really sweet and also like secretly a bit funny, I think. But very calm and composed all the time. And I think I'd get on with her really well if I, IRL like more than most characters. So I do like her, and I think yeah, she's really chill. And also her critical quotes I like a lot as well. She's like, and yeah, I always like knightly characters, ones that are very like honourable and knightly. And she's very much like that. And yeah, she'd put her life on the line for others and whatnot. So yeah, I like Jade. Alquist, I'm like, I like so much about him, but then he also annoys me. I think I'll put him here because there are many times when I'm just getting like, come on, just stand up for yourself. Especially like if you go into the arena and you hear him fight someone, he'll say, I'm the Crown Prince of Brodia that isn't Diamant. And this is like, he says this kind of thing a lot. And I know but that's part of his character, and it annoys him that he's so self-conscious about being worse than Diamant. But then there's times where he's really brave as well, and he's got the whole get behind me thing. And I think it's also really great that he is able to kind of constantly overcome his weakness, which is his self-confidence, and he always kind of pulls through. So, I'll do this. I think that's fair because I think he proved me wrong, and there were some supports that was really sweet. So I'll give him that. Lapis, easy SS. Between these two, who's first? I don't really know. I'm not sure how easily I can rank them above each other. It's hard, but Lapis is just the biggest sweetie. I love the voice acting so much. It like puts a lot of kind of emotion into very like, even when she's being very like her one note tone, I can feel the emotion behind it. It's kind of weird. Like she doesn't like talk with like excess emotion, but it's like not overdoing it, but still feeling very real. She feels very real when she's talking. I love her critical quotes. I love her design. I think it's fantastic. She looks super cute, but then she's also really tough and strong. And again, her supports were all really enjoyable. Yeah, I love Lapis. She's a sweet, and she was amazing in my run, which does somewhat impact it, but I tried to make her strong because I just really liked her. Just really intelligent and resourceful, and yeah, great. Again, similarly to Alquist, sometimes she lacks the self-confidence, which somewhat annoyed me. But yeah, she is great. Yeah, but it was less so and kind of more understandable that she kind of comes from that background of being, what you would maybe call like a peasant farmer or something. I'm not exactly sure what the terms in Engage were, but she comes, from a rural background, and I can get why that would be like a negative in this medieval setting where everyone else is kind of knightly or from a, grown up around, towns and everything. So she feels out of place. So I can see that. Citrine, I don't know whether to put her. It's like, you know what? I think she deserves it. This is what I keep telling people. I'm sick and tired of all the other characters being given a gift from Citrine, and then they're like, oh no, this is too expensive. I don't want to take these gifts. Like, you shouldn't be giving me something like this. No, okay, she's trying to be kind. She thinks it's going to make the other person happy, and she's happy to use her wealth for it. Now, I understand that obviously the best gifts aren't necessarily the most expensive or anything, and it's, thought that counts and everything. However, she doesn't mean you can't accept it. Just say, oh, I'd prefer a gift, but like, they don't even thank her. They're just like, oh no, this looks way too expensive. I can't take it. No, thank her for being so generous all the time. She's lovely. She's always so understanding. Whenever she sees someone doing anything weird, she always like understands and is like being really kind to them. And she always joins in with everything. And it's just like, damn, she's so nice to everyone all the time and really thoughtful. Her support with Yunaka, obviously she wasn't super nice in the first one or even the second one. However, that was her standing up for her nation, and I like the fact that she shows a different side to her. She's not just, you know, really sweet and everything all the time. When she needs to be, she's like vicious. So I really liked her for that. That bigged up my opinion of her. And yeah, I think she's really great. So I think I have to do that. Tamara, easy S. S. Again, I don't know how to rank these guys in here. This is the... I might have to do it at the end. Tamara is so fun and so fantastic all the time. She's never not enjoyable. There's not a moment she's not just, like, brightening up the battles or the supports for me. I'm always loving it. I love all of her quotes. I love the voice acting. I love how she's just singing all the time and it's just hilarious. She doesn't care what anyone else thinks, but she's also very accepting of everyone else and always trying to help everyone. And I love that idea of her like being the future queen but wanting to constantly see her people in person. I think that's like really great, and she's trying to help people on a daily basis. And yeah, I think she's awesome. Design, great. I love her promoted design. Probably I think it's the biggest upgrade out of anyone's possibly. So her, like when she gets her promoted look and she's got the kind of gold stuff on her, I think it looks really, really nice. It suits her brilliantly. And yeah, she's just awesome. So fun, so fun. This is weird. I'm going to put Merrin in S, even though I didn't really use her. But I've seen some of her sports again. I tried to watch as many sports as I could on YouTube and whatnot before making this. And damn, I just love Merrin. I think she's awesome. And I can't wait to use her in my next run. That's honestly one of the things I'm most looking forward to. Again, she's got like that knightly persona, but she's kind of cheeky as well, and like she's just a sweetie, but also she's like really cool and like I think she's great. And she's voiced by, I forget her name actually, terrible, I'm so bad at voice actor names, but it's the same voice actor who does Riven, who almost voiced Edelgard if you didn't know, which is good. And yeah, I think she's awesome. I think she's great. She's like, yeah, she's a great character, so I'll put her in S. And I love like the way of speaking, so let me talk about both of them here. I think I'll put Panette just in A, because again, the funny thing is I haven't used her much. I'll do this because I haven't used her much. I've seen less of her than Merrin even. But I really like how both of them have this very eloquent way of speaking, but they're not like traditional knights or anything, or traditional like posh characters, but they speak with such like an upper class thing, like, and yeah, they use very beautiful words, and their conversation together was fantastic. Their support conversation, and again, they're both just like really sweet people who are badasses on the battlefield in their own ways. So yeah, I love them both a lot, and Panette's design has grown on me a bit. I'd say that I prefer a lot of other people's design to her, but I can see it a bit now. And yeah, I think she seems pretty cool, and she's another character I'm excited to see more of. She's like, yeah, on my ones to watch list. I think I'll put Fogado just behind Saline. That's hard for me because I think he's brilliant and so fun. But I'd be lying if I said I liked him as much as his sister. And Saline is just my type of character, even though I think Fogado's a slightly better character than Saline. I liked how he didn't care about telling he's a royal. He kind of just like was happy to like hide it for the kind of sake of their little clan in Solm. And again, he's just life of the party kind of thing. And is like, but also always very polite. He's super cheeky. Again, he does remind me of Claude in terms of his little cheekiness. But he's also quite different in a lot of ways. I think a lot of people comparing them aren't looking at the differences. Don't look at the similarities. And Fogado is like he's honestly very honourable and always like looking out for others too. Yeah, he's great. He's great. And yeah, his supports are always pretty fun. And his design is fantastic. Pandreo, this is hard for me. Again, it's the same thing if I haven't seen enough, but he surprised me. I think he goes there because of what I've seen. He could even move up. He could move up to the top of A near. He could move up A. Or he could even go into S, because I'd like to try him one of my runs and see all his supports, because I love the idea of this kind of like fun, over-the-top character, but also is really soulful at the same time. Like, I think he's actually probably quite a deep character. I think for me his design maybe lets him down. If he looked different, then I would maybe have used him and like him more. I'm not a big fan of his clothing or his hair, if I'm being real. But I get what it's trying to convey. And I do really like him in terms of his personality, because his crit quotes are awesome. He's like, repent and stuff. He's like really serious on the battlefield, but showing his like kind of priestly side. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Now Bunei is completely unhinged. Every time I saw clips of his supports or I watched some of his supports, I was like, I don't know what this man is on. Like, I don't know how. He's hilarious. I'll put him here. I need to see more, but he's almost too crazy. Why is this man trying to taste everything? Literally trying to lick and touch and taste everything he can find. I haven't seen all the supports, but he probably licks like shit in one of his supports. So I don't know what he's doing, but he's happy to just stick his mouth anywhere. So again, it was really funny, and I love that he's voiced by Baku. I have the same voice actor as Baku, and it's hilarious. I call him Baku, like Benet. But yeah, hilarious, but also a bit strange. Need to see more of Seedle. Once again, I love his support with Yunaka. I've seen basically all of Yunaka's supports. You'll be surprised to hear. His design is great. I love having a male dancer. I'm gonna put him here. I just need to see more. He's very composed, and I like the fortune telling thing, and he seems to be very composed while also being out there at the same time and passionate. So I do like that, but I need to see more of his supports. Again, this is why I want to do another tier list later down the line, but I couldn't see every support, now, and I want to kind of watch some more play in the game too. So after maybe my second run or third run, or just like in a few months, I'll make like a final tier list of all the characters. Ivy is hard for me, because I do really like her. I do. But is she on the same level as some of the others? I think it's that. I think her design is fantastic, but still the face grill is just, it does annoy me a little bit. Because why? For battle. Again, obviously I know people just wearing dresses or like, basically no armour. Jade's the only person kitted for battle, basically, in Louis. Lapis is semi-kitted, but Diamant actually is. But anyway, whatever. It's Fire Emblem. Yeah, she's great. I love her in battle. She's like a bit of a savage, and I think it is a nice like comparison to how like kind of quiet and like inner focus she is outside of battle, and like kind of honestly a bit scared of things and like cautious all the time. But her support with Hortensia was really sweet, and she was really kind and loving in that. And I think there are layers to her character, and she's got a lot of responsibility, and she kind of grew up in a very harsh environment and was still managed to come out as a pretty good person. So yeah, I do like Ivy. So I think that's fair. Zelkov, what a boy. Honestly, I think it's weird because I didn't really use him in my run, but what a boy. I think I got to put him there. He wants to start up an orphanage for kids. He's such a sweetie, and everyone gets to... Honestly, put him here. Put him here. Everyone has the wrong impression of him. Like, they were like scared of him straight away because of his appearance and whatnot. Him looking like so, shady and whatnot. And having like a very blunt face a lot. But everyone's like, oh, stop doing that serious face. But he's such a sweetheart, and he's really intelligent and just wants to learn new things all the time. And yeah, when I saw the end of the game, the credits, again, sorry, it's a little spoiler, but he's just like, he goes to like do an orphanage for kids and stuff, and it's just like, damn, I love him. And he's really cool at the same time. So I really look forward to seeing more of his supports. I actually love his design. I think it's really great. And shout out for her not being able to tell if he's greyed out on the battlefield. Hilarious. Kagetsu, haven't seen enough. I'll put him there. I think he's pretty funny. I love the design. But I can't... He's definitely one I have not seen enough of. So I think that's fair. Honestly, I have to do this. I prefer his design to Amber, but Amber seems a bit funnier. I think that's fair. I need to see more. Hortensia grew on me. Difficult. Difficult. I think I'll go slap bang there. She's in A somewhere, possibly lower. She's actually surprisingly thoughtful, but obviously she is literally a child, and that annoyed me sometimes. Maybe I'll do this. But she has a good redemption arc in a lot of her supports. She's at, you know, damn, it's hard. I think there, maybe. I used her through my run. I think I'll put her there because her staff stuff is so useful. But anyway, that's beside the point of her character. Her design is ridiculous, but almost like it's so ridiculous it's good in a way. I have to say the excess of balls under her dress and the kind of, you know, neck. I forget the name. Little like huge collar behind her head looks very ridiculous often. But it is kind of unique and interesting. And yeah, she grows as a character loads and has very difficult scenarios, and because of how big she is in the plot generally, she has a lot more screen time than a lot of characters. I think that makes me more invested in her personality just because of that. So I'll put her there. Rosado, it's like... I think I put him there. It's hard for me to decide. I think that's correct. I really liked him. I need to see more, but he's like super cheeky, which was super funny in some of the supports. But again, was extremely kind, and I think I like all their quotes on the battlefield and things. I love when they're like that when you first recruit him and Goldberry, and he's like, blink 3 times if you're being, you know, held captive or whatever to Hortensia, which that was really funny. And yeah, he was a good laugh, and he's really sweet, and like I love his kind of like his support with Morvia, if none of you've seen it, is actually really good. He's trying to like show him like, you know, how the world is beautiful and things. I think that was nice. It was like his passion, but also he was trying to share it for good with other people. So that was nice. Goldberry. I think I have to put her... See, now, as I will say many times, and I'm going to make a video on it soon, quick quotes are so important to me. And I'm considering putting her in S solely for her design in quick quotes, and I think I have to just do it, because her quick quotes are phenomenal. They are the best in the game, in my opinion. Actually, sorry, second best in the game, behind Yunaka. When she's just like, you can die now. She just, it's like, she says these awesome things, but like in a kind of almost sarcastic and uncaring tone. And she's like, so sorry. Like, she just doesn't care. Like, and I love that. She's like being badass, but also just like in like a, don't even care about it. Don't even, you know, I'm just doing it because, you know, whatever. So I think that's really cool. And her design is top tier. So I think I'll put her on there. And she's again, I still haven't seen enough of her because I'm really intrigued to see more of her supports. Because I feel like there's just layers there that I haven't seen. And I'm very interested in seeing more Goldberry. She intrigues me the most. Like, she's like, she loves herself, but then also she's like kind of quiet sometimes. So she's a very strange character that I really want to see more of. So again, I like how unique of a character she is. Anna, I do find her very funny, but also I don't like children characters that much in games. too much, and also I found her voice kind of annoying at times, but it was also really funny, and that the comedic value came along with it. So I'm not sure. Again, I haven't used her enough, so I'll put her there for now. Yeah, might change later down the line. I mean, I don't know why there isn't a triple S tier, but I mean, what more needs to be said? You all know about Yunaka if you watch my channel at all. You would have just seen enough Yunaka content. I'm not going to drone on, but I love her design. I love how, you know, just everything about her. I think her, you know, I mean, all of it. Her design, her character, her in battle. She's got amazing crit quotes. She's just awesome all the time. She's got multiple layers in terms of her personality and backstory. Just so interesting a character. Way more, like, I didn't expect there to be so much depth behind her before the game. Again, I put her in my design list, top of my design list in a previous tier list ages ago. Again, the moment I saw her, I was like, damn, I think she looks amazing. She's going to be one of my favourites. And boom, the game provided a much better character than I thought she'd be. I honestly don't even love her for all the hiya papaya and everything like that. As funny as it is, that's not even why. It's obviously, I like the idea that she has this front and she is hilarious sometimes, like in her spot with Alfred. It's so funny. And just like her, just in general, and her impressions, Solm and Cedar that I posted the other day, super funny. And the voice acting performance is absolutely phenomenal. Whether it's her doing impressions or trying to hide things or being over the top or being badass, hits. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to go on. I've just got so much to say about Yunaka, but yeah, amazing, 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 amazing character. She is definitely number one for me. Lumera. There. Unfortunately, a bit more bland than I hoped. I thought there might have been a bit more to her character. I might even do this. Yeah? Her design, amazing. And I did like her a lot in the story, but I'd say she was a bit one note most of the time. I know that certain things happen for her to come back and, you know, again, sorry for spoilers, but, you know, if we're seeing a full character tier list, I'm going to have to talk about some of the stuff that happened in the game. When you see her in the battle later, I thought it was pretty interesting what they did. But, again, that wasn't really her anyway. I know it semi-was, and I found it interesting, but I can't say it added too much to her character. At the end it did, and that was really sweet. But it was kind of just a repeat at the beginning, so... Anyway, I think that's fine. Vale surprised me where from the start... This isn't my final placement. Where from the start I was kind of like, she's a bit like childlike and annoying and whatnot, but the story is largely evolved. The story largely revolves around her, and I think she does well as a character. Her voice is sometimes a bit too high, similar to Hortensia's, but her design is fantastic. She grew on me as the game went on, and I actually felt pretty sorry for her and understood her point of view. So I think it's fair for me to put her just in S, as I do think overall she's a very good character. And her design is one of the best in the game. Top 5 designs, I think. I think it's just really visually appealing. Yeah. I don't know what to think of Zeph. Zephyr... Again, mini spoiler, but I kind of liked her more when she was a bit one-dimensional as a villain. I know one-dimensional isn't good for characters in general, but like for her, I think it was working. I'll slap her. She got a lot of character development, so I'll just put her above Louis because I saw more of her character development than him. No, I don't. I think that's wrong. I'll put her at the bottom of A. I'll do this actually. Yeah, I did like her sometimes, but she said the same thing a lot, and then again, her ending scene was just weird. It felt wrong. I do like the idea that she was just trying to have a family, and I thought that was sweet. Yeah, it was good motivation for her. But I feel like she did it in a weird way, and I don't know, betraying someone at the end was like weird. Marnie, massive character growth. Massive. So she joins, this is the character growth section. I'll put her just behind Elquist. But damn, did I feel sorry for Marnie, and fine. You know what? No, I'm moving Zephyr down to B. Marnie, yeah, I actually, you know, in the end, she was really great, and damn, I was sad for her. She's, yeah, I get it, I get it, I get her. You know, she just wanted validation and people to show her affection and love, and that's why she was doing it. But in the end, she was actually very much of a sweetie and very kind in the end. So, I have big respect to her. Yeah, liked her more than I thought. Gris was ruined by the end of the game. Honestly, his design is so great that I'll let him be in B. I feel bad that these guys are the only ones in C. Like, it feels wrong. Should I just put them all in lower B? No, I've got to have some. Damn, this feels wrong. Is Clan my least favourite character in the game? No. I think I'm annoyed by how useless of a unit he was for me, even though that shouldn't matter. But it is how I feel about the person, as about the character, so I guess. I'm going to have to do a little shuffle. Okay, I think to be fair, you know, oh wow, she's dropping down. Right, what I'm going to do is this. No, this feels wrong. This feels wrong. Okay, that feels better. Yeah, if I'm going to be extremely honest, that feels correct. Gris, I was loving it. He was just a crazed masochist the whole way through. He was just bonkers and crazy, and I was like, you know, every single time I was like, damn, Gris, what are you doing? And then he just completely 180s as a character right at the end, and I think that actually soiled it. You don't, again, for villains, you can be one-dimensional, that's fine. I think what they did with Sombron was super good. Oh, Sombron's not here? Okay, I'm gonna, by the way, I'm gonna use one of the, I'm not gonna put the emblems in here because this video is way too long already. And you know, this is just silly putting them in there. It's like completely irrelevant, like, you know. I could rank them maybe in another tier list, and I'll talk about their characters then as well, but when I talk about how strong the emblems are. Anyway. Yeah, they sullied Gris the end. Morvia's got to go in A. I think I'd put him here. Here. Above Lumera. Behind Alfred. Yeah. Again, he's a very knightly and good character. Sometimes he was a bit stale. Like, there wasn't too much depth to him. You know what? I'll move him here. Sorry. Because I really like him, but I haven't seen, I guess, enough, and I feel like his backstory was kind of more disappointing. I was disappointed, actually. I thought I'd like him more than I did. He disappointed me. He's only A. Realistically, I think he should be in B. He's only A because he's my type of character, like a big knightly boy and very honourable and doing the right thing in the end kind of stuff. But realistically, his backstory was not good enough. Maybe in some supports I'll see more about it. But yeah, just being picked to be a knight and that's it. That was his backstory for being in the Four Hounds. Like, that's lame. I thought it would be way more interesting than that. Like, there would be an actual reason. So yeah. And yeah, Sombron, I thought was really well done. He was evil from start to finish. Pure evil, always. His design's good. The dragon form looks amazing. And you know what? When he reveals his reasoning, it adds to his character, but it doesn't take away. Again, for Gris, it takes away. When he becomes like more, you know, he's like, you know, saying, oh, I regret what I did or whatever, and I just wanted to have a, sorry about that, drop something. I just want to have a family and things like that. It took away for me. Or whatever, yeah, like, but Sombron, he was, it was a reason for him to do what he did, but he was still evil, and I really liked that. So I liked that a lot. It was like, do you have to feel sorry for him? Not really, but you get him. You get him a bit, and you get his motivation. You don't feel sorry for him. You don't. It's not justifying anything he's doing, but you get it, and I really liked that. That he had reasoning that was like, but didn't, you know, make him a good person for any reason, or make him like, you'd be like, oh, you know, I hope he gets what he wants. No, I was still like, damn, I need to destroy this guy. But yeah, great. Anyway, that's my tier list. I think that's all fine. I'll try and order SS now, just at the end for a little bonus. Maybe it's how it is. Maybe that's how it is. I might. Okay. You know what? These 4 after Yunaka, they're also similar. They're also similar. It's so hard for me to pick between them. They're all brilliant characters. I think that's. I'll leave it how that is. I'm pretty happy with this list. I think it's exactly what I think. So yeah, awesome. I look forward to doing a tier list maybe on how good the units are, on the emblem rings, and also my final tier list for the engaged characters in a few months from now, when I kind of know everything about all of them, because I want that to be a full one. Cool. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Leave the tier list, leave a link to your tier list in the description, or tell me what you disagree with of mine. I'd love to know. And as you know, I always read all the comments, even if I don't reply to all of them, but I try to do as many as I can. And yeah, thanks very much to Sparky Pixel for being a YouTube member. See you next time. Ciao, bella.